5, 6, 7, and. We'll do it all, everything on our own. We don't need anything or anyone. If I lie here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? I don't quite know how to say how I feel. Those 3 words are said too much, they're not enough. If I lie here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? Forget what we're told before we get too old. Show me a garden that's bursting into life. Let's waste time chasing cars around our heads. I need your grace to remind me to find my own. If I lie here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? Forget what we're told before we get too old. Show me a garden that's bursting into life. All that I am, all that I ever was, is here in your perfect eyes. They're all I can see. I don't know where, confused about how as well. Just know that these things will never change for us at all. If I lie here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? Wow, what a pretty song. That was Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol. And I played it straight from the charts of the Morristown Uke Jam. So take the link in the video description, download the free ukulele song sheet, grab your own ukulele, and you can play right along with this video. And if you'll be anywhere near Morristown, New Jersey, come out and play with us in person. Now in just a minute, I'm going to do a tutorial on everything I just did, including some easier ways to do all that I just did, or most of what I just did. And then at the very end, I'm going to do a slow motion close-up play-along that you might find helpful to play along with in slow motion for practice. But first, if you like the video, please like the video with a thumbs up. If you want lots more, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you want hundreds more free downloadable ukulele song sheets, each one with a link to its own video tutorial and video play-along, free, just like this one, then check out our Dropbox, also linked in the video description, and then come play with us. Now here goes. Okay, I think first I'm going to go over the strum and the arpeggios that I did. I really only did a couple things, all right? And if you are a beginner's beginner and you really are just looking for first things, then just do the strum. And the strum is simply, that's it. There's never a pause. It's stronger on the down than the up. basically what I'm doing, I'm going down with all 4 fingernails, so it sounds full, and I'm coming up with 1 finger, so it sounds a little less full. That's it. That's the strum through the whole song. Every time I strummed, that was my strum. The arpeggio that I did, almost always, I was just going back and forth between 2. And yes, this sounds way better on a low G ukulele than on a high G. Sorry, you can do it on a high G, but I'd suggest probably changing. Instead of doing like that, you could do on the A. Do it all, everything. You could try it, but I'd suggest really low G for this. I couldn't do a good rendition on a high G with the fullness that I could get with the low G, so oh well. So that's what I'm going to... But if you strum, then you won't even notice. If you would strum, it would sound perfectly good. Well, yeah, that's the suggestion. If you got a high G, then just strum. Don't worry about the arpeggios, except maybe the one that I do for verse 3, which I'll show in a moment. But so... The only thing I did, the only funny thing I did is the tab is all right there in under verse 1. That's the tab that I used every time I did the arpeggios, except verse 3, right? It was, sorry. I form an A chord here, and then I just pluck the 4th, counting from the floor, 4th and 2nd strings. I do it all. Then I'm sliding, but I'm not changing my right hand. Everything, and now I am. Now it's the 3rd from the floor and the 2nd. Back to my thumb. That's it. Verse 3, I did something a little fancier. I plucked the low 2 strings and the high 2 strings. Just like that. So now you can't cheat. You have to actually form the A. Let's waste time chasing cars. I like the way that sounds. So again, I'm plucking these 2. I'm plucking these 2. That's it. Might take you some practice, but that's it. That's all I did for that. Okay, so that's the strum and the 2 arpeggios. Now, the chord transitions. And yeah, I do have some weird chords. Here's the thing. Once again, if you're a beginner and you love this song, play the easiest, lowest versions of each verse and chorus. You can do that. You can stay on that. Even though I'm going to jump higher and higher on the neck, you don't have to. You can play this. You can play that through all of them, right? Through all of them. You can just play that. So that's I start out with an A and then A minor 7, which is really like this, right? And I'm only doing this one. And then an A suspended 4th. Just 2 fingers, and back to an A, all right? And on the chorus, I go to an A 5th add 9. It's a scary sounding chord, but all it is, you already have your A, right? And by the way, for all of these, almost never are you having to pick up your hand off the fretboard. Usually you can slide over to what you need. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here's my A, right? The A major 7, all I'm doing, the way I do it, you could hop up and do that. That might be more comfortable, but I just slide my middle finger down and squeeze it next to it. So I'm here, slide it down, and then slide it back up and drop your ring finger. That's your A suspended 4th. Then pick up your ring finger. That's it. That's your intro, and that's your first verse. And then your chorus, if I lie here. Remember that middle finger? That's kind of your anchor point. It's going to stay on that string, slide up 2 frets. And that's your A 5th add 9. Again, scary sounding, but then you slide those 2 fingers, they stay rigid, you slide them down 2 frets. That's your A suspended 4th, and back to your A. Your middle finger, see, it just slides like that, but it never picks up off the ukulele, okay? And then chorus B, I start going higher. And again, if you're a beginner's beginner and you want to keep this easy, just stay with what I just taught you throughout the whole thing. Even if you're playing with somebody else who's jumping up the neck, you'll just be adding fullness to it. It'll actually sound good if you stay there. Somebody else goes higher. It'll sound awesome. So you can do that. But if you want to go high, if you're playing this solo and you want to go high, then chorus B, I start going high. Second position A. I just drop a pinky. I've got my A, and I drop that second. And then that E fifth, it's an E fifth, but it's an alternate E fifth. See, this would be a standard E fifth, like this. But I'm doing it, this is an alternate, because this becomes like a drone sound, right? I'm not going to touch this. By the way, this string is not touched the entire song. Every single chord that I use has this as an open string. And that drone sound of that beat always being there is part of the charm of the song. So that's why I'm doing this version of it, right? So I've got this. That's my, again, we're on chorus B. Forget what we're told before we get too old. So my pinky is staying in place. Everything's kind of sliding up 2 or 3 frets. I guess it's 3 frets, right? I drop these 2 fingers. That's my E fifth, this version of an E fifth. Then the whole thing, that whole shape rigidly slides down 2 frets. And that's another version of an A suspended fourth. It's a harder A suspended fourth, but you get to hear that melody, right? That's what I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear this go, because it's going to go higher still. But so that's it. And then slide it down. And then... well, then I go back to the verse 3 chorus. The higher chorus to start with is the same. That is to say, the higher choruses A and B are the same as I just showed you. But then choruses C and D, those are the crazy high ones. Now I have to pick up and go all the way up here. I use my middle 2 fingers there and my index finger. That's how I form this. This is an A. Sorry, I have it in the wrong position though. So, if you want to stay on the A down here, that's fine, but I'm forming this up here, again with that drone A string, E string, that's an E string, yeah, second string from the floor. All that I am, all that I ever want was, so I've got these 2 on the 9th fret, and this is on the 7th fret. And then I'm just going to almost switch positions for these 2, but one of them is going to drop down, right? The tab is, or the numbers for these are all in the description there, but so you can see I've got it formed here, and then I switch these 2, so this ends up coming down. And then this shape stays rigid, and I just go down 2 frets. That's it. 'Cause here in your perfect eyes, that's an alternate A sus4. That is an A sus. This, by the way, that was an A fifth. That was an A fifth add 9. Just like, you know. Oh, that's an E fifth. What am I talking about? Just like this is. This is an A fifth add 9, right? Well, guess what? So is this. Okay. So then like I said, I drop that down too. That's an A suspended fourth. And then back up to the A. The first one I did way up high here. And then from that position, I drop my pinky on the 12th fret, which is also an A. I don't know where, confused about how as well. And now I'm going to drop. So I'm going to switch the position of these 2 and drop this one down 1. And I also drop my pinky down to the 11th fret. Right, so I had this. Now I'm dropping down to here. Now I'm going to leave these rigid and go down 2 frets. Just know that these things will never change for us at all. And the first highest one. Back to that A. And then all the way back down. If I lie here. And once you're doing that, if you're strumming way up there, then it's a dramatic drop back to the incredible calm of, and the drama of the change is part of what makes it such a wonderful song. Okay, I'm going to stop talking and now do a slow motion close-up play along, and I think I'm going to do the entire song. There are so many different parts of it, I'm not going to skip any. I'm just going to do slow motion, close-up on my left hand, although part of it I'm going to show you my right hand as well. Well, no, I'm not, because I've already talked about it through and through. Okay, slow motion, close up on my left, right from the start, starting with the intro. Slow motion. 5, 6, 7, and... Here it goes. We'll do it all. Everything on our own. We don't need anything or anyone. If I lie here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? I don't quite know how to say how I feel. Those 3 words are said too much. They're not enough. If I lie here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? Forget what we're told before we get too old. Show me a garden that's bursting into life. Let's waste time chasing cars around our heads. I need your grace to remind me to find my own. If I lie here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? Forget what we're told before we get too old. Show me a garden that's bursting into life. Here we go. Hi. All that I am, all that I ever was, is here in your perfect eyes. They're all I can see. I don't know where, confused about how as well. Oh, ouch. Sorry. Just know that these things will never change for us at all. If I lie here, and just forget the world. That's it. See you Wednesday. Bye.